Hi, Ken. How'd you sleep? Good morning, Mindy. How are you, my friend? Oh, that's not what I needed. I needed the freaking necklace. Meh. Mindy, you want a card for the morning? I'd be happy to pull one for you if you would like one. Oh, I already forgot what I needed in this box. Good Lord. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, bear with me. Uno moment. Oh, found it. That went way better. Boom. Got it. Okay, let's see. I get that. It's been dreary here. Like, it's been rainy and like cloudy. So that's led to it. And then the moon's on Friday. All right, let's see. Ooh, this is the panda. Stay balanced and in your essence with Archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. Let's see. Keep your heart pure and light, and when you think of a panda, the angel Mary connects you directly to the cosmic heart to receive healing and love. In addition, when you offer to be a bridge between the cosmic heart and the center of the earth, Archangel Sandalphon will link in to enable you to bring a vast download of love through you. This is a special service and raises your frequency considerably. The Panda card asks you to stay in balance and notice how you're tested to develop your masculine and feminine energies, then apply yourself to the lessons. This will enable you to heal yourself and others. And when you attune to the Panda, a blue Pleiadian healing rose is placed in your energy fields. I'm a big fan of that card. Thanks for letting me pull it for you, Mindy. I spilled incense dust all over the rug this morning. We won't talk about that. Whoops, my bad. Whoops. I hope everyone's having an absolute, you're so welcome, a beautiful Wednesday. So don't forget the full moon is on Friday, which means we do a full moon guided meditation and energy work over on the Patreon. The new shadow work journal for the month comes out. The new archetype for the month comes out as well. And our next live class is on Sunday, and it's all about connecting to a past life guide and then starting to do past life work, right? That's what I'm saying. It looks like a fire anthill, which I find to be really funny. It looks like a little fire anthill. What did everybody have for breakfast? Anything good? Ken, let's see what you got for an animal today. Do do do. Do do do. Ken, this is the rat. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you with Archangels Gabriel and Zadkiel. That is also what I had for breakfast this morning. That is also what I had. I've been doing these. It comes with two bars, but I only eat one a day. So I'm with you on that. All right, let's see. The rat card reminds you that when you are acting with the best and noblest intentions, you may still be misunderstood. In extreme cases, you may even be persecuted. There will always be those who want to put out the light of others. Your guidance is to let no one diminish you. Instead, remain true to your pure purpose and hold your vision like a bright flame. Do your best at all times and only take on that which you can handle. Check internally that you are taking responsibility for your actions, and then relax and know that your life mission will eventually be recognized and you will receive your just reward. Do you like the pure protein ones? I've heard mixed reviews about them. I do have 2 different kinds of protein coming off the TikTok shop, so stay tuned while we do videos for those in the next week or so. Do-do-do. You're very welcome. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. Happy Wednesday. I did cancel. That was weird. I did cancel Ether Study Hall today, so we will not be doing that. But I think we'll do a later live. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'll have to see my next grocery chip, Mindy. I'll go check them out when I'm out of protein bars. I'm always up to try new stuff. At least once. Unless it's liver, then I probably won't ever want to try that. Ever. Do. I'm excited after this. I'm gonna go. It looks really gross out there, but it says it's not supposed to rain, so I'm gonna take my big walk after this. I think. Hi, Anne. I don't do yes and no questions usually. Unless you have like a general question, I'd be happy to do one of those. But I wish you all the best in the world. All the best in the world. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, and the shadow work journal comes out on Friday too. So if you're someone who is looking to do some shadow work stuff for the month of May, I always try to tie in the shadow work journal with the archetype of the month. So this one I'm pretty excited about. I think it's a really good one. And don't forget there's 2 moons in May. There's the 1st and then the 31st. And they're both considered, happy Wednesday, Mindy, have a good day. They're both considered micro moons, which I think is interesting. This one's all about your feelings. So if you've been feeling some type of way the last couple days, mine started this morning. It's not just you. It's not just you. What a quiet place on a Wednesday. Maybe I wasn't early enough. I know a lot of people go on early at like 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Good morning, Hunter. Good morning. Feng Shui master. Look at that. Hunter, how are you on this fabulous Wednesday? That's how I learned to spell Wednesday. Actually, I'll tell you the story of how I learned to spell Wednesday. I was working at an auto shop in Minnesota as a service advisor, shocker. And one of my techs, I wrote something, I don't remember what it was. And he looked at me and goes, "Is that how you spell Wednesday?" And I was like, "It's not right, is it?" And I remember he spelled it out for me and then gave me a way to spell it. And so I just want to say, if you are one of those people who has the ability to teach people things without making them feel stupid, you are a rock star. A rock star. Those are my favorite types of people. So now I say it Wednesday, and I also spell beautiful like Jim Carrey does. So there's that. And bananas. Thanks, Gwen Stefani. Hi, I was going to say Nancy, but hi, Nana. How are you? Hunter, do you want a card for the day? Nana Stacy, do you want one too? Hi, Tink. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day today. It's Wednesday. Our next live class is on Sunday. It's all about past life stuff. There's 5 spots left for it. And then the full moon guided meditation and energy work is on Friday, right? Exactly. Is on Friday. And so is the new shadow work journal. Right? That's how I remember to spell a lot of things, Tink. I gotta tell you. All right, Hunter, let's see. What do I got for Hunter today? There was energy work this morning with the Daily Collective too over in Patreon. So if you're someone who was looking for some of that, feel free to go check it out. Hunter, this is the goat. Act from your innate wisdom with Archangel Perlamik and Pan, the god of nature. Let's see. When you choose this card, your guidance is to be free and independent within the nurture of a loving, caring family or community. If you feel misunderstood, remember that you carry in your aura light and wisdom that are not always recognized. Do any menial tasks that come your way graciously, for this is part of life on earth. You're invited to look at the circumstances of your life and challenging situations from a higher perspective. This will bring you much peace and enable your innate qualities of love, loyalty, and caring to develop. When you can do this, your essential wisdom will shine through. You will be acknowledged by those around you and recognize who you are, and many will be drawn to your energy. Right? I love that, Tank. Oh, all right, Hunter. That was a pretty good one, I must say. You do give off the energy of a goat. Not in a bad way, but in like the stoic goat way, you know? All right, Nana Stacy, let's see. What do we got? Well, that tried to run away. This is the bear. Use power with wisdom with Archangels Uriel and Jophiel. Let's see. The bear card suggests that you have wisdom within you that enables you to establish your power and use it correctly. For this is important for you to be in an environment where you are happy and free. So examine your world, and if you need to make changes, ask Archangel Uriel to help you. He will strengthen your solar plexus chakra so that you feel confident and strong. You may need to walk alone while you reclaim your wisdom and worth. If so, use this opportunity to create your own cocoon so that source light can touch you. Open your crown center and let Archangel Jophiel pour his crystal yellow light right through you, expanding your heart so that you spread peace and love. Nana Stacy, that was a good one. This is the Archangel Animal deck by Diana Cooper. This is the Archangel Animal deck. Nana Stacy, that was fabulous. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. So I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. You are so welcome. The Daily Collective over on Patreon had some energy work attached to it today if you would like to go check it out. Friday is the 1st, which means the new shadow work journal for the month comes out, the new archetype for the month comes out, and the new schedule for the month comes out as well. So feel free to check it out. Patreon, Ember's on a 7-day free trial. So feel free to check it out. There's no commitment. And then our next live class is on Sunday. It's in the Discord. I have 5 spots left for it. And it's all about connecting you to a past life guide and then starting to go through the ritual and process of going through past lifetimes. So if you're someone who's interested in that, feel free to sign up. It's $33 hairs a person, and there are 5 spots left, and we do that class live in the voice channel of the Discord. It's under the classes tab. And if you're someone who wants to just come hang out in the Discord with us, please feel free. We do a bunch of stuff. We do movie night, we do a craft night. Actually, this coming Tuesday night is craft night, and we're doing a free class about wards and sigils during then, so feel free to come hang out if you would like to. And then next Thursday, so the 14th, is a basic energy class that is also live in the Discord too. So feel free if you want to come hang out. Thanks for the follow. So I hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday. I usually don't come on this early, but I figured I'd try to change it up today and see what's going on. And I'll probably be back on later too, normal time or later than that. Dun, dun. So I do have spots open today if you're someone who wants a full reading, whether you want to do energy work, whether you want to do past life or spirit guide messages. They're either the dragon over here or $22 hairs. Feel free to send it to whatever link that you want. Thanks for the heart me. Or I got the other stuff up here. So if you just want an oracle pull, you just want to ask a question, you want a mini read, which is I tell you like the first 3 things that come through when I click in and I pull a talisman. And then if you want to do an energy read, I basically come into your energy and tell you all the things that stick out to me for a couple minutes, and then feel free to ask if you have questions. So that's what we're doing today. What's everybody else doing today? Anything fun and exciting? Does anyone have any like big plans for this Wednesday? I am going for a walk after this, so I'm excited about that. It's like my favorite time of the day. I hope everyone is having a beautiful Wednesday. I know it's early, so not a lot to chat about. Hey, you know, I will tell you that I did EMDR therapy for years, and it definitely gave me a solid foundation to be who I am today. So I think everybody should go to therapy and build their skills. So go you. Ooh, that sounds exciting. What are you vendor? Ken, did you have breakfast? Oh, that sounds really cool. Do you make those dragons? I've seen people do those 3D printed dragons and those look super cool. Ooh. That was my first sip of water for the day, so I ain't got nothing to say. I ate before I drank anything. Okay, thanks for the follow, my friend. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday. Our next live class is on Sunday. If you're someone who wants to get into past life stuff and connect with one of your past life guides, I have 5 spots left for that class. It's $33 a person. So feel free to come hang out. We do that in the Discord. And then the live guided meditation and energy work for the full moon is on Friday, because Friday is the 1st. So also the new Shadow Work Journal comes out. And then don't forget, there's 2 moons in May. There's the 1st and the 31st. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Do you have pictures of them on your profile? I have to check them out after. Okay. Well, I hope your vendor event goes very well. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I always like checking out stuff, so I will be more than happy to check it out. And I hope your event goes super well. I know it's 'tis the season now. There's a lot more stuff going on. There's a lot of things happen. Like there's an art show this weekend and a bunch of other stuff. There's a 5K that I thought about doing, but you have to. It's $50 to sign up for the 5K. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I can just walk the 5K myself for free. Oh, that's so cool. What state do you live in? Oklahoma. That sounds cool. I've never been there. Never been there. I've heard there's really cool gem shows there too. Hi, Lee. Hello. All right, Lee, let's see what we got going on. Long time no see. I hope you're well. All right. Lee, do I have permission to come on over and visit in your energy? Okay. Lee, do you sometimes struggle with perspective? And what I mean by that is do you find that your perspective and the way you see things is usually very different than other people? You feel, so the first things that I noticed right when I click in is my root chakra definitely had some denseness in it, but when I tried to chase that, I chased it to your heart space. So your heart feels heavy, but it doesn't feel like grief of someone who's passed. It feels more like grief of someone who's still living, like a separation or having to build boundaries around it. Does that make sense? Sorry, I have a piece of protein bar stuck in my teeth, driving me nuts. The other thing too, Lee, I'm going to tell you a couple things real quick. Your shoulders feel really heavy, which gives me the impression that you take on a lot of responsibility and also probably some responsibility that isn't yours to take on. So just be cognizant about what you're saying yes to. And and make sure that you have the capacity to say yes to it. The other thing too is there a fear here of like not finding love, or like not like finding a relationship? Okay. I have one more question, and then I'm going to pull you a talisman, but do you struggle with sharing your emotions with people? Like, is that something that has maybe backfired on you in the past, and so you try to keep that to yourself as much as possible? Yeah. The other thing, Lee, that I'm going to tell you that I notice is your left side is more crunchy than the right side. And so our right side is the giving side and our left side is the receiving side. And so what it feels like is there's this fear of receiving love, being able to accept it as true. And so it kind of feels like there's this resistance that builds up here, but it also has me looking back, which tells me that there are sometimes things from the past that seem to come up in a cycle, that kind of stop you from doing certain things because it's that fear of the past, something that keeps coming up from the past. And so it's kind of asking you to look at it. So if that makes sense to you, just ask yourself what you keep looking back at. What keeps making you look over your shoulder to make sure it doesn't happen again? All right, let's see. What is your talisman for the day? As always, feel free to take a screenshot of this talisman, and you can utilize the sigil in your own practice whenever you would like to. Lee, this is the Let Go talisman. Let's see. Just like running water, everything keeps constantly changing. You've been holding on to a burden that's been slowing you down, and sometimes we know what that is, and other times we need to examine our needs and behavior. Often holding on comes from the need to control our life and surroundings, and it gives us the comfort that we can direct the circumstances and avoid a painful path. But if we let go of the illusion of control, we can find peace and enjoy the ride. Being vulnerable offers an opportunity for connection and closure. The little crab has to learn to let things go, and the flower in front of him is a delicate gift from nature that brings joy. I release this energy, is what the talisman affirmation is. Thanks for the star, Jennifer. Welcome in. Lee, thanks for letting me come visit in your energy, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always an honor and a privilege, and it's good to see you. And I hope you know that there is so much love for you. There really is. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday. I hope everyone's having a great day. Don't forget the full moon meditation energy work is on Friday. And then the next live class is on Sunday. We just did a guided meditation to the Temple of Hathor too. So if that's something you're interested in, you'll find it on the Patreon. Do, 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 do. Boom, boom. Happy Wednesday. I think Rebecca and I also figured out what that plant is. I'm pretty sure it's a clematis. I uploaded it into the Google Lens this morning. So now I need one. Hi, Shelb. How are you? I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. It's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Throwback Thursday. We do past life readings all day tomorrow. So if you want to come hang out for that. And then don't forget the past life class is on Sunday. I am fabulous. Thank you for asking. tons of things to be grateful for, truthfully. Do. Maybe we should put on some jams. So here's a couple things that we have going on today. I have 3 full reading spots open if you would like them. So Lee, what I can tell you is this. I don't pull tarot, but what I do, and this is what I did for my own career path, right? When I had to switch gears, was what I did is I went into my Akashic record. That was how I was able to find out what my soul's purpose was. So if that's something that you're really looking for, that's usually the way I suggest it versus a tarot pull. Hello, Yodi, how are you? I am fabulous. Thanks for asking. Sure, Jennifer, let's see. Jennifer, this is the bear. Use your power with wisdom with Archangels Uriel and Jophiel. The bear card suggests that you have the wisdom within you that enables you to establish your power and use it correctly. For this, it is important for you to be in an environment where you are happy and free. So examine your world, and if you need to make changes, ask Archangel Uriel to help you. He will strengthen your solar plexus chakra so you feel confident and strong. You may need to walk alone while you reclaim your wisdom and worth. If so, use this opportunity to create your own cocoon so that source light can touch you. Jennifer, that was fabulous. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. So I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Couple things. The energy work on the Patreon, the Daily Collective this morning on the Patreon had energy work attached to it. If you're someone who would like to go check that out, feel free. Ember's on a 7-day free trial. I have 3 full reading spots today. So whether you want to do energy work, you want to do a guided meditation, whether you want to do energy work, spirit guide messages, or past life readings. Yes, Hunter. Yes, sir. That's a lot of what the past life stuff is really getting into the Akashic record, truthfully. It's just that I try to talk about it differently because there is a fake record and then there is a real record. And so that's why the class that I'm doing on Sunday is all about that. So the class on Sunday is all about connecting into your past life mentor or guide in spirit, and then starting to do the ritual and work to get into past lifetimes and get into the book of life, so to speak. If you're someone who is in Soul Sanctuary, you have access to the Your World Tree guided meditation, which will help you get to your book too. Ryan, I don't do yes and no questions just like that, but I'm sending you all the love in the world. All the love in the world. So that's the next live class. It's on Sunday. It's $33 a person. There's 5 spots left for it. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Discord. We do it live in one of the voice channels. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to come hang out. And then next Tuesday is a free class in the Discord all about wards and sigils. So one of the most common things I always tell people to do is put a ward on your name. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about in the class on Tuesday. And then tomorrow is Throwback Thursday. So we do past life stuff, which means that's also Akashic Record stuff too. Pokalita, I like your name. What's your question, my friend? It feels like there's some type of avoidance thing here, because when I ask the question, my root chakra starts lighting up like a Christmas tree. So it tells me there's some kind of fear or avoidance around whatever it is. I can't tell you whose side it's on, but it feels more like it's your side. I kind of think you already know the answer to this. There definitely feels like there's a fear and avoidance thing around it. Does that make sense? We might have to play some tunes instead of the healing harp. Yeah, so Pokalita, what I'm going to say is just be cognizant that your worth doesn't come from other people, and also give yourself some grace, because if you're not ready to open up, don't push it. Truthfully, just give yourself a second to like breathe and do some of the work so that you feel confident in opening up, and don't just kind of go where you feel you should right now in the moment. Take some time to think about it. I hope that's helpful. All right, let's see what the DJ has. Hold on. What's the DJ got?
DJ X here. Picked out some stuff just for you.
If it goes to Glum Alex first, I'm jumping.
First.
Oh, no, it just went back to... This is a good song. Do-do-do. So I hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday. I'm usually not on this early, but I wanted to try something new. So we'll probably be on later today too as well. Right, Yodi? Yodi, do you want a card for the day? Carmen, thanks for the follow, my friend. All right, let's see. Yodi, this is the butterfly. Be ready to transform with wisdom with Archangel Pre-Minalik. When you receive the butterfly card, you are advised that it is time for profound transformation. You are ready to emerge from your cocoon. Do not rush this. You need a phase of relaxation and calm before you spread your wings. Use this period for a life review to help you decide what you want to change, and remember that the process is inevitable. You will emerge as a different spiritual person. See the world through the eyes of expectation and do everything with a new joy and lightness. Stay in harmony and peace, and remember, you're a beloved child of the universe, and that wondrous possibilities are becoming available to you. You will be protected and supported as you explore the new. Yodi, I also loved your Gaia project, by the way. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. I have a new art project I'm going to share in the next week or so on the Discord. It's just not ready yet. You're welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday, my friend, truthfully. I mean that for everybody. So a couple things. If you were someone who's been interested in past life stuff, you want to meet your past life mentor, start the ritual and process of that. The class for that is on Sunday. It's $33 a person. I have 5 spots left. I will tell you that doing past life work and getting into the Akashic Record does take time. So that's why the point of this class is to get you connected into your guide and start doing the work for yourself. When I first, I will explain it all in the class, but it took me well over a month to get into the record, and that was being consistent and showing up every single day before I was allowed into the record. And I've had some people ask me, why did you keep going back? And the answer is because I don't give up on things when I want to do them. So it takes some dedication and personal dedication. And for me, that was my guide's biggest thing, is they wanted me to consistently show up for myself for a month before I was given access to that. So that's why I always tell people, if there's somewhere you're looking to start with writing 3 things you're grateful for the next 7 days. And you're probably like, wow, that sounds really easy. Hear me out. I can't tell you how many people, even people who I teach, right? I give them that as a piece of homework. Like, you need to write 3 things you're grateful for every day. Make that commitment to yourself. And 90% of the time, people will tell me, oh, I stopped doing that after day 2. Oh, I found it stupid, so I didn't even do it. Or, oh yeah, I never got around to it. If you find it difficult to commit to yourself, if you find it difficult to do something for you, you will find it difficult to connect up, because your self-worth is a big part of this, and believing that you are worthy of the messages that are out there. And if you don't have any self-worth around that, it'll be very difficult for you to receive it. Yodi, spirit guides. Okay, let's see. Let me change this real quick. And I gotta change the music or I'm gonna sing. Jesus Christ isn't judgmental. You should reread the book. Just so you know. Oh, that video I did is even more funny right now. All right, let's see. Let's see. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? You sound a little like judgmental and egoic, coming from a book that's supposed to be about love and kindness and treating your neighbor with kindness. Peace be upon you, right? Right. So you going around using Jesus as a judgment day doesn't really go with what you're trying to sell. There's no warning about Jesus. There is none. He's not going to strike me down from the heavens. I don't understand that. I wish you all the best. We don't proselytize. See ya. Do. I have them over there, actually. I have the Gnostic text. Do. People walk around preaching Jesus like he's the devil. He's gonna come get you. He's gonna come get you. He's gonna come. He's coming to get you. You're gonna get struck down by fire. He's coming. Good Lord. Stop. All right, Yodi, let's see. Oh, yeah, probably not. Yeah, Tink. All right, let's see, Yodi. Coming over. Hunter, I got you, my friend. Sorry, I'm still laughing. 1 second. Yeah, I've been called a demon, a Jezebel, a heretic. I get called quite a lot of things. I even had a message this morning telling me to stop doing my stupid little videos. Unconditional love. It's a bitch. All right, Yodi, I'm coming. Yodi, can I ask you a question? Have you been carrying around a foundational fear that has to do with the future? Thanks, Tink. And Hunter, you right. Yeah, so when I went to connect into your guide, they literally just brought me to your energy field. And so there's a couple things. One, your left leg is really heavy, like left hip to left knee, which is usually where we hold in some emotions. And usually when I see this on the left leg, it has to do with receiving stuff. Oh my goodness. So sorry, I just spit. I don't know where that came from. And what I mean by that is like, we hold on to emotions of around receiving. Like we're not good enough. We struggle with support, things like that. And it usually comes from past stuff that's stuck here. The other thing too is your root is like heavy, and it connects up into your solar plexus. So there's also something here about, do you not, hold on, let me ask how I should say this question. Do you have a fear that you're not good enough to do something? Like they show me like, okay, this is strange. Like a wedding topper, okay? I don't know how, like a wedding topper where it has like the bride and the groom on it. And then it just has, then it changes to just one topper, right? And it's like, is there a, okay. It feels like there's this like standing alone, like there's something about that. And I hope you know that I feel like that's not you either. Because when I ask more questions about it, it's like you've been taught that. like that you shouldn't, like you can't stand on your own, you're nothing without somebody else. And I'm just want to tell you that that is like couldn't be more further from the truth. The other thing too is they're telling me that there's something you've been like, is there a bunch of things, because they show me you holding on to that book's gonna get me in trouble. Hold on. They show me, Yodi, like you, that you're like holding on to a bunch of stuff, and some of it isn't yours, but the biggest problem it seems is like asking for help. Does that make sense? That burden can get real heavy. Have you been dealing with lower back pain? It's connected to your root chakra, root and sacral, because some of these fears that you're holding on to aren't yours. They're generational, and they still hang out in your auric field. So you're feeling that like, oh, yep, there, that would make sense. You're feeling all that kind of density between the back of your sacral and the back of your root chakra. Because remember, they're two-sided. Have you been overgiving of yourself in certain aspects? The other thing too is they're showing me your auric field, and then it's split, and so the left hand side of it has like how do I say this? It's like spider webs, but not as cords that connect to other things. So it feels like there's still some stuff from your past that you're working to break out of it, because I think you know it kind of keeps you stuck. And I think that's one of the places where you feel stagnant. Does that make sense? There's also like an impatience. Okay. Is there something you're feeling like restless or impatient about, as far as like some of those fears, and like it feels like there's something you just want to get over? The other thing too is, have you been meditating like with the night, like at nighttime under the stars, or like been focusing on the stars? I'm even gonna go, okay, so this current full moon, right, is all about, it's in Scorpio. So it's that deep emotional stuff. It's about releasing things, being able to let go, and then planting those seeds that we've sown over the last couple of months coming out of winter. And so, Yodi, there's like this big, they really just keep showing me you like holding all this stuff. And it's kind of giving me the impression that you want to let it go, but you're not quite sure how to let it go. So it may be worth it, if you're up to it, on Friday to connect in with your guides, because I know you're good at that, okay? And do something with them as a ritual to release during the moon. Because I think a lot of these cords too that are coming off this side will also dissipate when you're ready to acknowledge them and let them go. Because they're telling me there's a specific reason that you're holding on to some of them, and that reason is going to have to be seen before they will move on. Does that make sense? It feels like there's a lesson in self-love and self-worth to be had. Also, too, that fear of the future is rooted in your left foot. So you can also like source that energetic file and ask where that comes from. But when I look at it, it goes from your foot to your root to your sacral to your solar plexus. And there's a lot of generational stuff that is in there to be moved through. And it looks like some of it's been bubbling up to the, what is with the gold shit? I don't want to buy gold. Have you seen the economy? Goodbye. It's like there's things that are like bubbling up, right? And they're asking to be seen, and it feels overwhelming. Yodi, real quick, do you want to do a quick energy work to just kind of move some of the density out? Hi, Luna. Okay, also, have you been like hydrating not so good? Like, has there been some not hydrating as much as usual going on? Because I'm supposed to tell you to drink some water. Okay, Yodi, this is what we're gonna do. Okay. So just make sure you drink some water, especially after we do this. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you are pulling this really pretty purple light from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. Okay, all the way up to the top of your head. And it's this really pretty, like indigo light almost. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let it go. You're going to start to feel a large rush of energy from the bottom of your feet. Don't try to guide it, just let it go wherever it needs to go. Lots of energy moving around in your root and sacral. Might get quick nausea for 1 second. I promise it'll pass. Might get a jump in your left hip. Yodi, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in the center of your chest is this really pretty purple light. Every time you are taking a breath in, that light is getting bigger and bigger until it envelops you in a shield. Yodi, what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let it go. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes and come back to me and tell me how you feel. And then, let's see. Yodi, I pulled you 2 talismans and they both go hand in hand. One is the Resilience Talisman, and the other one is the Willpower Talisman. So, a couple things. Whatever you feel that you're struggling with, please feel free to ask for help, especially from your guides, whoever a trusted person is. And then also know that being resilient doesn't mean that you have to just put up with things. There are ways to be resilient without having to suffer, so to speak. Does that make sense? Good, I'm glad. Definitely move some stuff out of your hip, for sure. Hi, Z. Okay. Yodi, thanks for letting me in your energy, my friend. It's always an honor and a privilege. I also feel the need to tell you, I don't know if you've been like curious about this or not, but you're on the right path. I know it may feel like it's full of like brambles and pucker brush and all the other stuff, but you're on the path. It just looks different than some other people's. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Hello, Shayna. How are you? Hello, hello. Thanks for the Go Popular and the Heart Me. You're so welcome. So welcome. All right, Hunter, my friend. What kind of reading are we doing? Oh, well, I'm giving you a big hug. Giving you a big hug. Whatever I feel that I want to do. Feel like a mad scientist. Okay. Can I come over into your energy, please? Okay. Have you started shifting your perspective about something more so lately than you ever have before? Oh no, a puzzle piece. Hunter, your heart space is heavy. And so when I asked a question about it, it gives me the impression of, are you like The Rock, or like, I don't know how else to say it. I get this impression that you are like easygoing, you are quick to make people laugh, and you are good at seeming carefree sometimes. And I feel like that is something that people seek out. Does that make sense? Like, are you that person for other people? I have to ask you a question. Who is that person for you? Do you have one? Because when I ask, right, I get the impression that sometimes that you even struggle to be that for you, and that sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. Okay, good. I just gotta tell you, I feel like, do you feel like you can be your full authentic self with that? Because I feel like there are still some parts of you from the looks of it that like, let me give you an example. I feel like this can be you. Right? So it's like, hi, you see all these parts of me, but it's like, but here's my shield. It's right here. Just don't know about that one. Does that make sense? I also get the impression that you've never felt safe to just be you. Is that accurate? I support that. Do you find yourself looking into the past often to try to figure out what went wrong and how to prevent it from happening again? Hunter, have you ever, I've vividly, I think, remember you saying that you struggle with visualization, but have you ever seen one of your guides before? That's okay. Sometimes people can't, and we have to focus more on feelings and the inner knowing that comes from it. Do you have heritage that's of like Germanic Europe-esque at all? Okay. So you have a guide who, he's, all right, let me just tell you a couple things. One, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some repeating symbols that you keep seeing. Here's an odd one. Have you been potentially seeing a crown randomly, like a repeating one? And I don't mean like just in your head, but like, have you been coming into instances or like where a crown has come up a couple times? The other thing I want to say before it flies out of my brain is that he sits very heavy on your left hand side. And I get the impression that sometimes you might feel him there, but it's kind of easy to write it off as random. Do you ever get like a heavy feeling on your left shoulder? Okay, well, I want to tell you that I have this gut feeling that if it hasn't come yet, you're going to start having weird instances with a gold crown with a like a red ruby that will also come into play. So he is someone that you can communicate with through feeling and inner knowing. But one of the hardest parts about clear knowing is it's very easy for us to gaslight ourselves out of it. And so the way that I try to help people with that feeling is if you can identify where it comes from in your body. So when I have like a spirit intrusive thought, it flies up my left side basically and shoots into my head. And then when I get the feeling of something in the middle of like a reading or something, it starts in my belly. And for me, I know it usually goes to my spleen. And so I can feel it move. And so he is someone who can help you with establishing how things feel. And so one of the ways that you can kind of start to build a relationship with him, Hunter, is if you just are present with him in the moment, right? And allow him into your energy field. Allow him to talk to you through feeling. Okay? So the easiest way I can say this is it takes a little bit of study, but if you learn what the main basis of your energy centers are, what their main expressions are, you can communicate through them. So if you're someone who can't visualize, okay, say you know your heart space, right? You know that the front of your heart space holds love, grief, sadness, loneliness, right? The back of our heart space holds betrayal. The back of our throat chakra holds resentment, while the front of it holds communication and authentic, true expression. And so if we put the visualizer on the back burner for a second, and you allowed this guy to step in and allowed him to talk to you through your energy centers, I think it would start to build a level of understanding that you could communicate in that way. Does this make sense? Because he really, he's trying to have me explain to you how to, because he says that you sometimes feel very disconnected, and it's actually quite the opposite. Does that make sense? Good morning. I have a really weird question. Is your second toe longer than your big toe on your left foot? Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. Thanks for the heart me's. Okay, there is, I have to tell you, I can't remember the toes off the top of my head. There is, okay, so the big toe is your spleen. Hold on, I might have to ask, 1 second. Oh, do you often feel restless or impatient, like you're waiting for something that hasn't happened yet, or there's something you're supposed to be doing? Bladder. That's where it goes, your bladder. So remember that everything has an energy meridian, right? So our toes all have them. So that second toe goes bladder, which is where it came from. So that makes sense. Hunter, if you want, I have a breakdown of energy mapping the body. So like what each center expresses, and how to start learning them so that you can start communicating in that way, because he gives me the impression that you get caught up on the visualizing piece. And I have to tell you that that is a very common thing for a lot of people. And there are so many more ways to communicate with spirit and other things without having to see them. Sorry, stuck hip. I also have one more question, and then I'm going to pull you your talisman. I also want to ask if you have any questions for me and your guide while we're here right now. I would be more than happy to answer them. Ken, I think you're going to have to block that one. So one thing about me is I don't give people names. The reason that I don't give people their guide names are a couple things. One of my big things is I promote people building their own relationship with their guides. It's like building a friendship. It's like you wouldn't go try to date somebody through somebody else type of thing. What I can tell you is this. He has a very authoritative presence, but not in a bad way. It's like just pure loving in that way of he really wants to help you kind of move out of your own way, so to speak. You will notice he does hail kind of from somewhere European Germanic-esque by the way he presents himself. He has shorter hair, but he also kind of looks like okay, I hope he doesn't get mad at me for this. Do you know the Burger King guy? Do you know the Burger King King? Okay. Not exact, but that is the closest. That is like the closest understanding I could give to you face-wise. And the hair is kind of the same, but it's a little bit of a different color. Sorry. The other thing that I want to give to you too is when you close your eyes and meditate, thank you. Instead of going up here, try to come from here. Try to sit in your heart space and allow the connection that way. Like you can even imagine like a golden cord, right? I know visualizing's hard, but you can feel it, right? So even if you can't see what you're imagining, you can build it energetically. So you feel that you're growing this cord out and you can connect it right into him. And then see the energy that starts coming through because I think recently you've started to actually feel things within your auric field. Is that right? It feels like it wasn't super present on the feeling department and now more things energetically are starting to come through. Have you had an energy burst yet that lifted you off your chair? Okay, I think that's imminent. I just want you to know that. I get the impression that there are certain avenues that are waking up for you where more things are going to be more obvious. And I think feeling things energetically is one of them. I wouldn't be super surprised if the first time when you connect into this guide, you get one that lifts you off your seat. I do have one more question. Do you ever get nauseous when you try to connect into your guides? Okay. So I just want to say, he may give you a little bit of it just because his resonance is pretty up there. He might give you a little bit of nausea, but I just want to let you know that you're not doing anything wrong. I feel the need to tell you that too. Hunter, do you, before I let you go, do you want to do a little bit of energy work? And I can focus it if you would like on your crown and third eye, because he keeps bringing my attention up there. I also see people are sending cranes. I promise as soon as I'm done with this reading, I'm going to jump into your oracle cards. Just be patient with me, okay? Okay. Hunter, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that I am standing behind you. I have one hand here and my other hand here. I'm not touching you. There's probably 3 inches between my hand and your head. Out of my hand is coming these really pretty purple lightning bolts. When I ask you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in with me, I would like you to imagine that you are pulling that same really pretty purple light from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. So we're going to close our eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let it go. You're going to feel a large rush of energy from your feet to your root all the way up to your third eye. Big rush of energy in your chest. You're going to feel some pressure by your nose. Your forehead might itch for just a second. You might get a lot of yawning or saliva in your mouth. It'll pass in 1 second. One more big rush of energy from your belly to your root and into your feet. Hunter, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in the center of your chest is this really pretty purple light. And every time you're taking a breath in, you are pushing that shield out until it completely surrounds you. Hunter, what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And then let it go. And then I want you to come back to me and tell me how you feel. I love that. Hi, Ton. Hunter, this is the navigation talisman. It's time to tap into your innate navigation system and plan your trip. Determine where you are heading and imagine the final destination where you see yourself at peace. After all, even the best GPS wouldn't do you any good if you don't know the address. Determine where you are right now in life and clarify your vision, and check what attitudes will help you along the way. Forming a new healthy habit doesn't come easily, but you can prevail with strong will and determination. This card can also symbolize finding your calling and your purpose in life. Hunter, thanks for letting me come visit. You really do have some guides that are ready and willing to help you. And they'll also are ready and willing to help you with some self-worth and emotion stuff too, if you are willing to receive it. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I see Ashley I got a pull for, and there was one more. I want to make sure I don't miss it. Hold on. Ashley and Shayna. Shayna and Ashley, are you both still in here with me? Okay, Tom, give me a second. Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm going to do Shayna and then I'm going to do Ashley. So, hi everybody. If you've never seen me before, my name's Molly. It's really nice to meet you. I crawled out of the spiritual closet a little over a year ago now to start helping people bridge the gap between spiritual connection and genuine human connection. I have one full reading spot left for this morning live stream. There will be more later on, but I have one full reading spot. There are 22 doll hairs or whatever is over there. Or if you just want an oracle card or a question or energy stuff, you let me know. All right, Shayna, let's see. Shayna, this is the eagle. Seize opportunities courageously with Archangel Bekepi. Who did? I gotta look. I didn't see the notification. Tell me who did, and I will be more than happy to go find it. This is the card of the visionary who focuses with clarity and awareness on the objective. You are advised to be very clear about what you want to achieve or manifest. View it from the most enlightened perspective so that your intention is for the supreme good. Be watchful and aware of everything that is happening. Remain motivated so that when you're ready for action, you'll move fearlessly and tenaciously. Treat challenges and seeming setbacks as opportunities to raise your game. Shayna, that was fabulous. Okay, let me look. Let me look. All right, Ashley, let's see. Thank you guys also for being patient with me. I appreciate it. Don't forget, we're doing a past life class on Sunday. If you are someone who would like to be a part of that, there's 5 spots left. It's 33 doll hairs a spot. Feel free to come hang out. We're going to connect into a past life mentor and then start doing the work to get into past lifetimes. All right, let's see. Ashley, this is the whale. Live as a fully conscious being with Archangels Mary and Jules. Let's see. This is the card of mastery. One of the first steps is to be able to control your breathing. And when you focus on your breath, you connect consciously to source and your place of origin. Whale wisdom suggests you center yourself through breathing or deepening your meditation practice. When you think about or swim with whales, Angel Mary can take you up to source. Your heart will be touched by the ineffable light. Rise above worldly matters and spread love, light, hope, and inspiration to those around you. Hi, Heather Feather. All right, that was fabulous, Ashley. Thanks for being patient with me. All right, Ton, let's see. What do I got for Tanya today? Tanya, this is the guinea pig. Do your part to illuminate the universe with Archangel Mary. You're so welcome. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. This is the card of love. Just reading it starts to connect you energetically to guinea pigs and through them to the cosmic heart. Be open to receiving a download of unconditional love. And remember that when love flows from your heart, it ignites the hearts of all of those around you. Then, for a brief and glorious moment, you activate and light up the stellar links throughout creation with bright pink love. In this way, you do your part to illuminate the universe, and in response, the cosmos floods you with love and all manners of abundance. Just relax and trust, knowing that love is coming for you. Tanya, that was fabulous. All right, let's see. Let me All right, one second. Got it. So I will tell you that my reading list is closed for this live stream, but we'll probably be back on later. So feel free. S, I have a question for you. What kind of reading are you looking for, my friend? Usually I do energy stuff where I come over and tell you what's in your energy. We do some energy work. We can get some messages from your spirit guides, or we can do a past life reading. Whatever you would like, you let me know. I'm sending you all the love, Ton. I love your face. Youthebomb.com. Red, White, and Birkin. That's really funny. I like your name. Thank you. Okay. All my full readings are $22 hairs a spot. Okay, gotcha. S, do I have permission to come on over into your space and take a look around? Do you deal with shoulder pain on the left side? Thanks for the heartbeat. This is definitely, so I'm just looking at your space. And what's interesting is it feels like it comes from your neck. Do you, usually when I see this, it goes from resentment. So it leaks from the back of your neck and it goes down into your shoulder. Let's see. S, let me ask you another question. Do you also deal with seeing things differently than most other people? Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm not quite sure what that is. What I see is on the left hand side. There's a like this density here that also comes from past life stuff. Can I ask you a question without trying to sound insensitive? Because your root chakra is also lit up like a Christmas tree. Are you someone who's experienced like a good amount of trauma starting from childhood? Yeah. Do you also deal with the feeling that you want to run out of your body? The other thing I'm going to say that really sits up to me is your solar plexus. And so our solar plexus is where we hold our beliefs about ourselves and the way that we view ourselves. And the way I see yours is there's a cord that connects from your solar plexus down to your root chakra, which tells me that Some of the things that hang out in your root chakra from the past, some of the traumatic stuff that happened, is still directly affecting the way you see yourself. Does that make sense? We'll do some work to reset your grounding cord. One more question. When I look at you energetically, right, you seem a little crunchy right side, not left side. And so the right side is where we is our masculine. This is our giving side, right? This is where we give to other people, we help other people. And then the receiving side is our feminine side on our left side, where we are able to accept things, not just messages from spirit, but love, money, trust, all those things come from that receiving thing. Sorry. Oh my gosh, that's a big energy jump. 1 second. Do you sometimes find yourself doing everything for other people but struggling to do it for you? Can I ask you another question? I'm not trying to put your stuff on Front Street, but when you answered me, your heart space lit up. And so do you sometimes find your self-worth is predicated on how helpful you can be to other people? Like they won't love you if you can't do things for them? So when you answered me again, so your solar plexus just went off. And so this is where you're starting to build your sense of self, right? So you're starting to build how you see yourself versus the lens through which other people see you. Because I get the impression that you are someone who is sensitive and you see things differently than other people, and that has caused like clashing, right? And I think that also kind of stifles you from sharing a lot of things, from emotions, things you see and experience. Does that make sense? Are you dealing with the fear of the future around that purpose? Yeah, okay, because your left foot, so it's left knee to left foot. We're going to jump into some energy work and I'm going to pull you a talisman, but this is what I want to say. I think you're starting to shed the lens that other people have seen you through. Instead of you seeing yourself as a sovereign being, you've been seeing yourself through the lens of other people, whether it be family, relationships, friendships. It's time to look at the way you see you and how you want to experience you versus you making yourself palatable for other people. Because I think you have this tendency to like get yourself real small, and then like you watch, and then sometimes you'll say something, but most of the time you just kind of try to get by and make yourself palatable for other people. In starting to work through that, you're going to start to bring up some of that stuff that's stuck in your solar plexus. I want to tell you one more thing. You're not behind. Do you feel like you're behind? Like, do you feel like you should be somewhere else in life, but you're not there? Oh, I know what your shoulder pain is. Let me ask you a question. Do you hold a resentment against yourself for some of the things you've experienced in your lifetime? Okay, so what I want to tell you is that's why you think that this energy is someone else's and it's not yours. Because you're holding on to a resentment that is not yours to bear. Because when people do things to us, we can take accountability for certain things, but you can't take accountability for the action because you didn't elicit it. So if you do find yourself holding on to this resentment, right, that you can't seem to let go of, I want you to ask yourself, what are you trying to teach yourself by holding on to it? Because whenever I see people holding on to resentments, and I used to be a big one of them, it's what am I trying to make sure doesn't happen again versus why am I still holding on to it like that? And usually we hold on to it because we want to make sure it doesn't occur again. But we have to let it go. Otherwise, it will keep repeating as long as we hold it in our field. I'm going to pull you a talisman, and then would you like to do some energy work to move some of that density out? I also really want to remind you that if you do want to do energy work with me, I need you to make sure you hydrate throughout the day. Okay, you got the good luck talisman. I think you've been kind of feeling lost in the sauce lately, and I hope you know that it doesn't have to look murky. Luck is with you and with everything you touch. This is a very positive card that indicates growth and increased potential. The currents are in your favor, and if you act upon your wishes, you will benefit greatly. It's up to you to channel this good fortune. The circles on this card form the number 8. 8 is an auspicious number and the symbol of new beginnings. Fate will take a strong hand and redirect your path in a very positive way. What you do after this shift is in your own hands. I attract good luck is the affirmation for this talisman. Hi, soul. Yep, that will definitely do it, S. What I will tell you is if you're someone who's, been curious about looking into shadow work, it might be worthwhile if you feel that you're in a safe space to start doing that, especially shadow work around your lower 3, so your root, sacral, and solar plexus. I do a shadow work journal every month. If you're someone who's over on the Patreon, we do one every month that comes out the first of the month. We do a theme every month to work through, and then the weeks of the month are broken down so you can do it step by step. So if you are looking for a shadow work journal place to start, feel free to check that one out. Ember's on a 7-day free trial, so there's no commitment to it. Okay. All right, S, let's do this. Let me actually ask you a question. Have you ever had energy work before? You're so welcome. Okay, great. Please make sure you hydrate. Okay, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to focus on just trying to get rid of some of the density in your field, and we'll try to get rid of what's going on. Do you deal with headaches quite a lot too? Okay, I'm going to also give you a little exercise at the end of this energy work that you can use to get rid of some of your headaches. Because not all of your headaches are physical. Some of them are energetic because you have so many cords hanging out. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to imagine that I'm standing on the right hand side of you. I have one hand here over your belly, and my other hand is directly parallel to this one just behind your back. Out of my hand is coming this really pretty, like, ruby red light. When I ask you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in with me, I would like you to imagine that you are pulling that really pretty ruby red light from the bottom of your twinkle toes all the way up to the top of your head. Okay, so we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let it go. You're going to start to feel a big rush of energy from your feet up into your groin. Don't try to guide it, just let it go wherever it needs to go. Big rush of energy up your left leg. You're going to start to feel some energy in your jaw down into your shoulders. Don't try to guide it. Going to get one more big rush of energy from the top of your head right down the bottom of your feet. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to imagine that in the center of your chest is this really pretty gold light. Every time you are taking a breath in, that light is getting bigger and bigger until it completely envelops you in a shield. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to imagine that you're looking at an energetic outline of your body. Off of this outline is coming cords. Some of them are thick, some of them are thin, some of them might be funny colors. I want you to imagine that in your right hand you have a really sharp object, whatever it is. I want you to imagine that you're taking that sharp object and you're cutting through every single one of those cords that is hanging off of that energetic outline. Once you have done that, I want you to take that sharp object and basically draw a space between the cords you cut off of you and the cords still hanging off of you. And in doing that, make the determination of this is my energy and this is your energy. And then once you've done that, I want you to take a deep breath in, hold it, and then let it go and come back and tell me how you feel. Careful. Hey. I love that. Thanks for letting me come hang out in your energy, my friend. It's always an honor and a privilege when you guys let me come over and visit and be helpful in whatever way your guides deem fit. So thank you, my friend. Feel free to come hang out with us whenever you like to. We have a free Discord. There's a free section of the Patreon too if you're someone who's new here. There's free energy work, and I do all the reruns of this on YouTube. So if you're someone who gets a reading and you want to go back and look at the reading, feel free to check out the YouTube. You're so welcome. I appreciate you as well. So don't forget, if you're someone who's interested in past life stuff, I have a class coming up on Sunday. It's 33 doll hairs a person, and I have 5 spots left in that class. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about connecting you into a past life guide, and then how to start doing the work around past lifetimes. Da, da, da. I hope everyone's having a BEA beautiful Wednesday. Is there anyone who's been patiently waiting for an oracle card who hasn't got one yet? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. We've already been on here for almost 2 hours. It's only 10 o'clock. Look at us go. Ken, you're a trooper. I appreciate you. Hello, Monica. Yes, you can. Actually, Monica, which one would you like? Ooh. Which one? You got it. Thanks for being patient with me. Every time he plays this song first, every time, it is like the song he always goes to. All right. Hi, Bree. Of course you can. All right, let's see, Monica. Monica, this is the Elixir of Life talisman. Let's see. Mortality is a reminder that life is short. The Elixir of Life card does not offer immortality, but it shows up in a reading to remind you that there are things that are greater than us. And by adopting this philosophy, we can become part of the whole that is in itself immortal. We want both simplicity and abundance, and seeing the pure energy connecting us can be liberating. Our unconditional capacity for love and kindness is immeasurable and has the ability to remove all fear. Acknowledging the laws of nature that govern the universe places on us the power and responsibility to create our own sense of meaning. Energy lives forever. Monica, that was a good one. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday. So a couple things I want to remind you of. 1, the new shadow work journal, the new archetype, and the full moon guided meditation and energy work are all on Friday. So feel free to come hang out with us in the Patreon for that. Ember's on a 7-day free trial if you want to check it out. The next live class is on Sunday, and it's all about connecting you into your past life guide and starting the work. You're so welcome. And starting the work around past life stuff. I have 5 spots left for that class if you are someone who's interested in being a part of it. And then I have an energy basics class coming up next Thursday if you are someone who would like to be a part of that as well. All right, let's see. Bree, this is the pig. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem with Archangels Mary, Gabriel, and Uriel. Let's see. This card tells you it is time to remember how special you are. Your soul had to be at least 7th dimensional to be allowed to incarnate on Earth, and like most beings, when you step down into a body, much of your knowledge and wisdom was lost to you. Your guidance is to meditate for a few minutes each day on the gifts, talents, and wisdom held in your soul. Then ask for them to be made available to you for your highest good. Visualize the blue rose in your heart and let the healing from the Pleiades pour through you. Raising the frequency of your surroundings and touching people with love, this will help you to maintain a sense of self-worth and your true value. You're reminded that many angels are surrounding you, and some of the magnificent archangels are working with you. Bree, that was fabulous. Hi, Rain. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday. Sorry, my legs are starting to hurt. I hope everyone's having a beautiful Wednesday. Our next live class is on Sunday. If you're someone who would like to be a part of it, there's 5 spots left, and then there's an energy basics class next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dun, dun, dun. And remember, there's 2 full moons coming up in May. 2 full moons in May. Hi, Marilyn. Thanks for the heart me. How are you? What's everybody up to today? Anything fun and exciting? Just making sure it wasn't still raining out. If you're someone who struggles with sitting still meditation, try a walking meditation. Those are truthfully my favorite ever. If you struggle with that sitting part, try a walking meditation. Ooh, Marilyn, that sounds like a fun Wednesday. Marilyn, do you want an oracle card? I would be happy to pull one for you if you would like one. Sylvia, that's awesome. I love that. Everybody has it. You just got to open it back up. That's why I always try to tell people I'm not special. Everybody has these abilities. It's just about getting through those veils of illusion to open them up. So congratulations. All right, Marilyn, let's see. Marilyn, this is the Ladybird. Accept happiness and good fortune with Archangel Pre-Menelik. Let's see. If you choose this card, it signals that you are about to receive a blessing from the universe. An angel may touch you and happiness awaits you. You are illuminated with new understandings or good fortune is coming your way. Give thanks for all that you have received already so that you are energetically prepared for the new before the gift flies away. Ladybird energy invites you to spread angelic qualities today, and this will make a difference to those you touch, and you may be surprised how people and animals will appreciate it. You're also asked to communicate graciously to the people you meet or write to in a way that will nourish and support them. Oh, Archangel Pre-Menelik. He's the Archangel of Bugs. He's the Archangel of Bugs. Welcome back, Hunter. You're welcome. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. So, coming up tomorrow is Throwback Thursday, where we do past life readings all day long. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll have 6 spots open for past life readings tomorrow. Friday is the 1st of the month, which means the new shadow work journal comes out. The new archetype comes out. The new, guided meditation and energy work come out for the full moon too. Monica, there is no book that I could recommend, I don't think. Let me get back to you on that. Let me ask some questions, Monica, before I put my foot in my mouth, and I will get back to you on that. Sound good? Oh. I would show you the book I'm reading right now, but we would all get a restriction. But I'm going to post it in the Discord because I think it's a good one for people. I'll never hear GPS the same way, I'll tell you that much. You got it. I will, let me ask some questions. I think I know the book that I would recommend. I personally haven't read it, but I know a lot of people who have. So let me just make sure I find it and that it is the right one, and I'll send it to you in the cord. I'll send it in the cord. Monica, it's still early there, isn't it? It's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one, Monica. Here. I'm going to send it to you now before I forget, but I knew her name had a D in it, and I'm pretty sure this is it. And it's on Thrift Books. Yep, it's definitely. What time do you have to be at work? Oh, that's early. Do you get out early? Okay, it's better than 5, I guess. Do you get to beat rush hour with that? I do want to take a second to. Does anyone have questions for me about classes or the Patreon? Because I would be more than happy to chat through it if you have it. And I'm pretty sure I'll be back later on tonight. I'm going to try to do a later live, like after 6 o'clock my time, I think. Yeah, okay. That's tough. Definitely tough. A lot of people, like, that's like a big, thing for a lot of people is their commute. Wow, that was really difficult. You're welcome. All right, friends. So I'm going to use this time to ask if anybody has questions of any kind at all. Because if the answer is no, I'm going to take Jack out and then I'm going to go on my walk of the day. I don't have the answer to that. Oh, I do have the answer, but do you want me to tell you the truth? There isn't one. It's just to live your life. It's just to have the experiences you have. Be joyous and be free. That's the big trick. There really isn't a meaning. I think that's where people get so held up on purpose. Your purpose is to be you. That's it. Just be you. And I know that I was someone who struggled with, I don't even know who I am for a while. So I get that. So if you're someone who's in that rope too, there is another side. Good morning, Mike. How are you today? I feel like I don't see you as much anymore. I do miss you. Oh, come on, Cardi. You're going to get us in trouble. Mike, do you want an Oracle card for the day? Uh-oh, did you get up late? You say it to his face. You know I'm good and you can tell. Was I the only one you couldn't save? Hate to be the reason that you cry. Always knew when I was lying. I had to let you go. Mike, this is the Swan. Demonstrate grace and majesty with Archangel Bakepi. Hey, sometimes we really do need the sleep, truthfully. Sometimes we really need it. There's also nothing worse than oversleeping or thinking you overslept and you didn't. I've done that before. There was one day I dove out of bed because I thought my watch said it was 10 o'clock and I had to be to work at 11. And I jumped up, threw all my clothes on just to look at my watch and see that it was actually 20:08. Yeah, so it was only 8 o'clock. Your guidance from this card is to develop your regal qualities. Believe in yourself and know that you're special and beautiful. Trust your inner self and be confident and act with calm, peace, and grace. At all times, even though your thoughts may be working overtime, maintain a relaxed and serene exterior, and this will bring you equilibrium. Be charming and pleasant, and at the same time expect people to honor you and treat you with respect. Hunter, I'd be pissed. If anyone oversteps the mark with you, make it perfectly clear that this is unacceptable, and you're prepared to take action if necessary. You will act as an energetic pool of peace, and this will soothe and calm everyone around you. Your pure light will then facilitate good relationships and better decisions as you're acting from wisdom and true power. I'm such a nightmare. I don't want to talk about it. Rather not go there. Mike, that was a good one. I can see you being a swan. Swan Lake. We should watch that. Oh, I'm gonna. If you're hi, Brain. I can see that, Mike, honestly. Right, Rain, I think we've all had those days where you're still in the days of sleepy. Rain, do you want a card for the day? I'd be happy to pull one for you. Don't forget the past life class, if you are someone who's interested, is on Sunday. There's 5 spots left. And then the basic energy class is next week. It's Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Hunter, I keep forgetting to ask you, what time zone are you in? I don't know if I've asked you that before. I love this song. Okay. Did they? Maryland. Didn't I avoid Maryland? Isn't Maryland what I avoided because of tolls on my way down here? I feel like I drove through every state but that one. Rain, thanks for the populars. Okay, let's see. Yep, I figured. It wasn't a bad route, I must say. This is the Bee. Spread heart healing with joy with Archangel Pre-Menelik. Place to go. You guys see why I have to change my music during readings? You see? The Bee card reminds you to do everything with joy. When you serve others and the planet with your heart open, an alchemical change takes place both in the giver and the receiver. You become one and thus spread oneness throughout the universe. Solidarity and togetherness grow in the consciousness of the world. So let your actions be purposeful and allow the higher purpose to work through you and guide you. I think you're a liar, Victor. Then your life flows and the highest good always unfolds for you. The Bees also guide you to remember the power and light conferred by the use of sacred geometry. Use its principles in your home and workplace, and the angels will sing over you, bringing you light and peace. Someday soon this dust gonna settle. That was fabulous, Rain. Thanks for letting me pull it for you. Also, I want to remind you guys of a couple things. The next free class is next Tuesday. And it's all about sigils and wards on craft night. So bring your crafting stuff however you want to do your wards or your sigils. My plan is to finish my other painting by then so that I can do the sigils and wards on the back of them to show you guys. So that is next Tuesday. And it's completely free in the Discord. So come hang out if you would like to. And then don't forget the full moon is on the 1st. And there's 2 moons this month. There's the 1st and then the 31st. And also, if you're someone who's feeling a little emotional, you're dealing with people lashing out with their emotions, know it's not you and just look up. And just remember that the moon is in Scorpio and people are people. And some people are further in their shadow work than other people. Oh, God. Some people are further in their shadow work than other people. So remember that their projections aren't a reflection of you. It's just a reflection of themselves. Just a reflection of themselves. Oh, it's girl fight. I'm not ready to swing. I was ready to swing on the lady yesterday who kept beeping outside. not feeling like a swinging today, you know? No fights needed. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna go, I have to take Jack's laundry out of the washing machine. I have to take him to go to the bathroom, and then I get to go for my walk. So what I would like to tell you is, if you are someone who struggles with being present sometimes, do a walking meditation. Couple things I can promise you, after your walking meditation, you'll sit much better. It's one of the things I like to also tell people too is your body is begging you to move. And that's how we get energy out. That's how we do all these things. And women hate me when I say this, but I don't really care. Your girl parts are a portal, okay? There's a whole lot of energy there. And if you are someone who's very sentient, you don't do a lot of movement, and you struggle from like big depression and anxiety, move your body. I'm not saying go work out at the gym for 10 hours, but like go for a 5-minute walk. Just stretch, shake out your body, do some kind of somatic movement. But a lot of the times that overabundance of depression and anxiety that I see, especially in women, is that they're not moving. And they get so sedentary, and then they feel like they want to buzz right off the seat. Move. Go do something. Go walk. Go stretch. Go do whatever. I want to say to you that this is the same for your animals. So you have to remember, your animals also help you transmute a lot of energy. So when they get the zoomies, when they keep trying to bug you to go outside, let them, because you probably don't know what energy they're actually helping you with. Even though you don't feel it, they've taken it on for you. So go move your body in some way, shape, or form, and you will see a big difference in the way that you physically feel. And that's, if you're someone who's just new on the meditation journey, do a moving meditation. Then you can slowly start to make your way into the silent, quiet space. Because I used to be somebody who, I had to have music on in the background, I had to have the TV on at the same time, and I was looking at my phone at the same time. Like, I had so much distraction going on, and more often than not now, I get called out for sitting in silence or doing things in silence. And it's because I've been able to make this house a home. You know, I'm not running from my thoughts. I'm not trying to get away from anything. This is like my castle in the sky, and I like being up there. So it takes time. So please remind yourself that meditation is a muscle, and it's going to take you time to learn how to get into that space in your body. So a better way to do it is get into your body and out of your head. And see how that feels. So if you're someone who's never done a walking meditation before, try it. See what happens. What's the worst that could happen? You stretch your legs a little. All right, my friends, I am sure that I will see you later on tonight, probably after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or maybe a little earlier. I'm not sure. We live by the ish around here, in case you're new. And I'm going on my walk. So I love you all, and I will see you guys later. And don't forget, if you want to sign up for the class on Sunday, there's 5 spots left, and it's 33 dull hairs a spot.